Hello and welcome back. My name's Colton from Ankeny Van Builds, and today we're going to be doing some insulating. So it's almost winter and we need to get this van insulated because if you've seen my other videos, I always complain about how cold the van is. So this is going to help. Not only that, it will help the acoustic properties of the van. So when you're driving, it's going to be way quieter. If you notice, I didn't do sound deadening, and this is why. So I decided to go with the 3M THINSULATE insulation because it is safe to touch. It's not like fiberglass. You're not going to get little slivers of fiberglass in you. It is waterproof, mold resistant. It's also fire resistant. So it's just a much safer option in the van because it's a metal van. So any condensation, if we're going to be cooking with propane, we're going to be breathing inside the van, so all that condensation might build up on the walls. And if you had, say, wool insulation or straight denim insulation, that moisture and that water could build up and cause mold and or rust on the side of the van, and that's not something you want. So 3M THINSULATE insulation is what we're going with in this van. So let's go ahead and put this in. One thing I try to do in most of my videos is give you a detailed list of everything you're going to need to install it. So a Sharpie to measure it out, actually a Sharpie to mark it out, a tape measure to measure it out. I got 3 bottles or cans of this 90 high strength 3M spray adhesive. This stuff works really well, but it doesn't last as long as I thought it would. Oh, let me get this lighting right. The sun's coming out. That's better. It doesn't last quite as long as I thought it would. It runs out fairly quickly. So that being said, I bought 3 bottles. That worked for my last fan, so it should work for this one since they're basically the same exact thing. Also, these scissors, let me grab that. These will make or break your insulation installation experience. So if you just had regular arts and crafts sticker scissors, regular arts and crafts scissors, it would take you forever. Your hand would cramp up. So last time I bought the van, I bought these really heavy duty fabric scissors, and those make a world of difference. So that being said, let's go ahead and put this insulation in. Insulation is fairly straightforward to put in. You just line it up, measure it out, cut it, spray on the walls, spray on the back of the insulation itself, and stick it right to the wall. It's very straightforward. You want to get all the little nooks and crannies that you can, but mostly it's just cut and paste over and over. Kind of monotonous. So let's just get this time lapse rolling. So that was the first roll of that insulation, and it actually lasted a really long time. It almost completed the entire van. Basically the only thing I have left is, I'll show you here, are the panels. I got to take these panels off the door, and then this part up here on both the slider door and these back doors. But other than that, 2 rolls is a little excessive, but I guess that's what I got. And also 1 can of that spray adhesive lasted this entire time. I still have some left in that first one. So anyways, let's finish this up, and that's insulation. Super simple. So if you buy the Ram ProMaster brand new, there's a good chance that your van is going to come with these panels. And what I found to remove them the easiest is actually one of these. It's like a weed puller. It's a gardening tool, and I just had this laying around in my garage, and it actually works really well because you're able to get right up underneath them. And sometimes it takes a little convincing, but they just pop right out. Super easy. Remember how earlier in the video I was saying I don't do the sound deadening because the insulation does that for you? Well, let me just give you an example here. So I just put the insulation in up here, listen. Okay, and then let's come over to the other side. This one does not have the insulation. Listen to this. It's amazing, the sound difference. So, not saying putting sound deadener is wrong in your van. I just prefer not to. That's all. Also, not to mention that there's going to be like wall panel or like wood going over the top of this, which is going to be another sound dampener, if you will. So that's also going to make it just that much more quiet. So just another reason. So I just finished up stuffing the insulation and all the little nooks and crannies that you can't really get to. I left these exposed because if you saw my last video, I'm going to put shiplap across the top of here, and this is going to be the bed space. That way I don't lose out on any horizontal space between the beds. And I finished up, once the light fixes, there it is, I finished up this door as well. So this is totally insulated, as well as the back doors over there. So, and just like that, guys, the insulation is done. I did end up using that second bottle of the spray adhesive and a little bit of that second roll of insulation. But I don't know if you guys can notice, but I definitely notice a difference in the sound in the van. It used to be when I talked in here, the echoes would be really loud, and now it's like nothing. It almost sounds like I'm in a music studio or something, which is pretty awesome. So anyways, that's where I'm gonna leave today's video. If you guys don't mind, please like this video, comment down below, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell because I post a new video every week on this van build, so don't miss out. Anyways, see you guys on the next one.